Hi, everybody. This is Gail. Welcome to my channel tonight. We are doing travel trivia. It's Saturday night. I've got some photos that we can talk about and just to have some fun. So what we're going to do tonight, I'm not going to do any prizes. I'm going to be doing some shout outs, and I am going to be doing just bragging rights and shout outs. I'm going to be doing. Oh, hey, we've already got Gloria in the chat. Hi, Gloria, and welcome. The shout outs I'm going to be doing, I'm going to put some out on Twitter during the live stream. So if you retweet that, let me know during the stream. And for next week, I'll be dropping everybody's links down in the description box below. So we'll get started here just as soon as some other people come in. Also, we have Eats with Fifi in the house. So hi, how are you tonight? And of course, we're also going to be doing, if you notice down there in the description box, there are some links for people who have donated via Superchat last week. So we're still going to have those going on. So if you donate this week, I'll put you in for next week. And all the donations go to help me get a service dog. So that's how we're going there. So also, I had somebody kind of take me to task a little bit for not putting the link for the Facebook group in the description box, but it is in there. Let me just go ahead and double check. Yeah, it is usually always in the description box below, so you can look for that. And because I was kind of taken for task, I'm going to go ahead and put that right here, right now in the chat. So give me just a second to type that in. And we do have a Facebook page too. I'm going to go ahead and type that in as well. So there we go. So I hope you all are having a great evening. Hopefully. Well, you're welcome, Gloria. All right, so let me go on up and I'm going to got my list of trivia questions that go with the photos. I don't want anybody to panic or worry though, because those photos, they're going to be super easy. You won't have any problems with them. Not at all. So let's see who all we have in here. Gloria, yeah, you were first too. So ciao, Gloria. Hello, how are you? And Eats with Fifi is in the house. And we have Peter Parker. Oh, 6 months. Coming up soon. Okay, and there's my links. And Gloria, you are welcome. So, let me see. Does it look like the notifications went out? Did you all find out about this through notifications? Because if you did, I'll wait just a minute. Okay. I have a second YouTube account, as you know, so I'm going to look and see if it got notification. Because if notifications didn't go out, I'm going to wait just a minute before we start doing the trivia. Okay, this says it went out 2 minutes ago, so I'll give it another minute here. All right, so we should have our usual people in here who's going to be great. Stellar Piper will not be joining us tonight. She's out of town, and I don't know if she's going to have reliable access to internet. So, okay. All right, Gloria, you messaged me earlier saying you can't always keep up with trivia. Let me pull that up, actually. Yeah, you sent it to me through email. Let me pull it up. Okay, here we go. You said that due to internet constraints on your phone, you can't always keep up with trivia, so you may or may not participate. Okay, I got you. That makes total sense. Totally understand. Are you still using the flip phone, by the way? Because that's going to be really hard. So, okay. Okay. And ta-da. Oh, you are still using the flip phone? Okay. Well, I know that makes life pretty hard. But obviously you must like it. So I totally get that. Okay. So right now it looks like Peter's the one in the house to do trivia. Is he going to be by himself? I hope not. Okay. So anyhow, okay, how does the phone tripod I got a while ago? Oh gosh. I've had a few tripods for the phone. I've got one that folds down really small and it goes in my purse. And then I've got a Fujitech tripod, which I just absolutely love. This is, I had to buy two of them. Hang on a second. I had to break down and buy two of them. They've just been awesome. I had to buy new heads for both of them, though, and that's on me. One of them is because, y'all know, weird things happen to me. And one of the heads, when I knocked it off out of the van one time and ran over it, I broke the head. So I had to buy another one. But I love these. Absolutely love it. The tripod was fine. I just ran over this part, so that worked out. Love them. This is the one that I honestly would recommend over all of the ones that I've got, unless you need something that you have to have that's totally portable and can go in your backpack or your bag. And that's because, okay, this is at floor level. So gives you a good range there, right at 4 feet. And this part, unscrew it. I always unscrew this wrong. Okay, here we go. This part unscrews, and you can put a camcorder, SLR, anything like that, just straight on it because it's got the standard tripod thread. So there you go. But yeah, I love it. Let me kind of tilt it down here. So that's the Fujitech. And I think it's in my Amazon, pretty sure it's in my Amazon store, which is amazon.com/shop/Gail Crabtree. Also linked, should be linked in the description box below. The store should be. So, yeah. So is that helpful at all, Peter? I use these when I'm traveling because they're sturdy, they hold up great, they're versatile, and of course, I can go from this. This folds out, so I can go from about that height on up to about 4 feet. This is, I don't know, about 1.5 feet off the table, I'd say. And the remote works too, still works on both of them. Now the remote, I'll give you a little hint about it. Once you set it up and sync the remote to your camera, it doesn't have anything to do with the tripod. So if for some reason you're out filming and you don't want to use a tripod, let's say you just want to hold it out in your hand for some reason, or you just want to prop it up on your car, maybe you're in a hurry, then you can still use this remote when you're traveling and just stick it up anywhere. So great for traveling. Not great if you want to put it in your backpack while you're walking around. And the big thing, though, about selfie sticks and selfie stick tripods are that, and I'm assuming that you're talking about the selfie stick tripod, but the big thing you have to worry about is a lot of places are not allowing selfie stick tripods. So that's a challenge. But yeah, I love it. And then I also have, just for a tripod, I've got a very large Geekodo tripod that goes to 7 feet tall. But okay, yes. So good deal. So yeah, I like it. They're not for everyone, but for me, they make taking travel videos a lot easier, and travel photos, of course, like what we're going to be talking about tonight. So let's see. I don't see Laurel or Tanya. I thought Laurel was going to come in. I don't see her. Okay. Well, Peter, looks like you and Gloria are the only ones in here right now. Yeah, it is. It's about 7 feet tall. Gloria's saying yes. Okay, Gloria. Yeah, the other tripod, it's Geekodo, Geekoto, and it is, like I said, it's about 7 feet tall. The really neat thing about that is if you need more height and it's just not quite tall enough and you need more height than that, then it's actually the top of it being a regular tripod screw mount. You can put one of your selfie sticks and screw it on top of that. So you get, another 18 inches, 2 feet. I've only ever had to do that one time, but that was enough. So, yeah. And that one, of course, you can do, it's really set up for SLR. And on those, I went ahead and bought 2 of those too, 2 separate times. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. And that way you'll know I really do have 2 of them. Because one my husband uses sometimes. So, yeah. So I love that. Oh, wow. They have a coupon for an extra $8 off. Well, that wasn't there when I bought it. So that's all right. So if you're looking for a super tall tripod, but now I actually got, that comes off, one of the legs makes a monopod, and I actually got stopped by security going into the county fair, and I had to let the police officer inspect my tripod leg, and I only had one portion of it, but they're like, yeah, it can be used as a weapon. And I'm like, right. Like, I'm going to use a tripod part for a weapon, I guess some people would. But anyhow, that's that. Okay, let's go ahead. Gloria, I know you said you may not be able to participate in the chat much, and I get that. Peter's here. I am going to go ahead and do some of the photos and see if you all can guess where they are. And hopefully some other folks will come and join us in the meantime. Okay, so I've got a tweet. Hold on. Okay. All right, the tweet's not about our thing. Okay, here we go. So the very first is just kind of to get started here. I'm going to do screen shares on these. Whoops. I'm not sure which end is which here. Let's see. Oh, wrong one. I'm not ready for that one yet. Okay, so everything's going to be in a different order than the way I had it laid out. Of course it is. Okay. All right, here we go. This is the first one that I have. And oh, hey, we have been joined by Candy the Wee Service Dog. So, hi, Candy. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Tonight, right now, we've got in the chat, we've got Gloria and we have got Peter. So, oh, thank you. I see that super chat for $2. Thank you very much. Y'all, those super chats really do help and they add up, and all of that goes to Service Dog. We're at just a little over the 2,700 mark. I've got a video coming next week that's going to catch everybody up on that. So, okay, this photo here. I'll take a couple of different answers, but where is this photo taken? And I will take either state names or the mountain range name, whichever you want to give me. So there's multiple possibilities on this one. I just wanted to start with something kind of fun, kind of open-ended. And I can tell you that it's fall during the mountain, here in the mountains, during the fall season. So where could that be? I'm going to give you some hints. The mountain range runs from kind of North Georgia on up through, oh, Gloria got it right. In this case, it's Tennessee. I would have taken Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina, part of Kentucky. Yes, Peter guessed Kentucky. So I would have taken all of that, or Appalachian Mountains, etc. So yeah, you all would have been great on any of those. So Gloria, Peter, the mountains are also in Kentucky. So there you are. I would have taken the Smoky Mountains. Yes, ma'am. So you all got it. So good for everybody. And let's see, Candy the Wee Service Dog says she's doing great. She's finishing up organizing her apartment again. That is so cool. I know you're going to, when you get everything set, you're going to just love it. It's going to be great. Oh. It's just hard to get settled after you move. So, all right, we're going to move on to the next one. Now, this next one is unusual, I think you could say. Let me see, where is it? Not something people normally think about. Pull this. Smith. And share screen. There we go. There we go. Now this is the very large array, and I would like to know, where is it? Is the very large array in New Mexico, Utah, or Alabama? New Mexico, Utah, or Alabama? Diamond Music is here. So, hey, Diamond Music. Oh, good. Her wish has been granted and she has internet. So, good for you. I'm glad to know that. Utah, Peter Parker says. Anybody else have a guess? The very large array. What state? I got a guess for Utah. Got a guess for Alabama. That's a no. The Very Large Array, the National Radio Astronomy Observatory Very Large Array, is in central New Mexico. Yeah, Candy the Wee Service Dog has it right. It is in New Mexico. Actually, about 2 hours from Albuquerque, going southwest. Yeah, southwest. And they're a listening post. So what they do is they listen for radio pulses that are coming from way far off and try to decide if there's any kind of language to them or anything that like that. Basically, they're kind of looking for life on other planets. So, and there's a picture of what it looks like. It's just acres and acres and acres of satellite dishes. It's totally crazy. And you can, once you get there, you can walk out and look at them. And during certain times of day, they actually turn the satellite dishes, which was kind of neat to see. It's slow, but they kind of turn it. So, interesting place. So, if you go to New Mexico, check it out. That's all I can say because it's really one of those things where you just really can't describe it. So, yeah. And it's always listening. And part of the reason that they're out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, what am I guessing, Diamond Music? What am I guessing? I'll wait for you to type that in. Part of the reason they're out in the middle of nowhere is because there's less noise pollution. So they're literally nothing around you, and you have to turn off cell phones and things like that. So, but it's really an interesting place. But yeah, it's a little crazy. Hey, how soon is very soon? That's wonderful. That's a huge achievement. So, yay! So, all right, this one, you all will probably guess this one the minute you see it. June 10th. That's not far off. That's what, about 3 weeks or so? Okay. This water wheel actually is part of a grist mill, and that grist mill is in Big Ridge State Park. So we got a multiple choice going on here. Which state is it in? Is it in Tennessee, Georgia, or Mississippi? Tennessee, Georgia, or Mississippi? Which one might it be? Tennessee, Spider-Man the Hero says, and he got it. Candy the Wee Service Dog, you got it too. Both of y'all got it. Tennessee. So good for you. Oh, sorry, Diamond Music. And congratulations. Woo, your last day is Friday. You get your cap and gown on June 3. Awesome. Good for you. I hope lots of folks will be traveling in to see you. I hope any family you've got out of town, I hope they just get on that road trip and dive right in. Okay, the next one. I've got down 2 questions about this. I'm trying to decide if I want to do both questions. How mean do I want to be? Okay, I'll go ahead and do one question first, and then while I'm deciding on the next one. Okay, this is a photo of Badlands National Park. Where is Badlands National Park? Is it in North Dakota, South Dakota, or Arizona? Badlands National Park. Okay, so they're in town. That's cool. That's going to make it easier for them to see you. That's cool. By the way, Alexa is not helping me. She's asleep. Okay, so your phone a friend isn't working. Gotcha. Okay, well, let's see. The choices are North Dakota, Arizona, or South Dakota. Now, Peter Parker has guessed North Dakota, and that's not right. So you get two other choices here, Arizona or South Dakota. Candy says North Dakota. Nope, it's not North Dakota. It is South Dakota. So, South Dakota. So now the next one, I'm tempted to ask you all what the speed limit is. I'm really tempted to do that. Can anybody tell what the speed limit is on that? What is the speed limit of Badlands National Park? Ah, you all both have it? Gloria and Peter Parker. So, Gloria, you got one there, girl. 25. See, I told you all the questions wouldn't be too hard. It's right there on the picture. So, okie dokie. But yeah, South Dakota, and the speed limit's 25. And they really don't mean 26. They get kind of fussy about that. I did not get a ticket. I'm just saying. But I did hear somebody get a dressing down on that. So, yeah. Okay. The next is a photograph of one of my favorite places. This photograph is from a February day. And I want you to see if you can guess what state the photograph was taken in. You can probably see it. It's a large body of frozen water. Well, the surface is frozen anyway. And it's taken in February. And I don't want to say too much about it, so you all can guess. I've been there in the summer most of the time. This is the only time I've gotten to go to this place in February. And let's see. Peter Parker says Alaska, and he nailed it. Gloria says Alaska. Candy the Wee Service Dog says Alaska. So, yay! Everybody got that. So, all right. Everybody except Diamond Music. She got quiet on me. But yeah, this is the Gulf of Alaska, taken in February. And so you're seeing lots of ice floes out there on the water. And it is a magnificent place, summer or winter, as you all know. Okay, so next up, let me pull up something here. Okay. So next up, we have a statue. And again, yeah. Whoops. That's me, and the statue is behind me. It was windy. What can I say? Now, this statue is in a rest area, and it is in either, you guys can tell me which, and that's Oregon, Oklahoma, or South Dakota. Oregon, Oklahoma, or South Dakota. Which one might it be? And the statue stands, I had to pull up a couple of facts about it so I could just make sure before I open my mouth. It's 50 foot high, and it overlooks the Missouri River. And it is in representation of the spirit of Native American women that were in the plains there. And now Peter Parker is saying South Dakota. And guess what? He's right. Good for you, Peter Parker. Good for you. Yay! South Dakota it is. Candy the Wee Service Dog also says South Dakota. And show you this photo here. She's 50 feet tall. It's an amazing piece of artwork. And this is the back of the statue. It is magnificent. Okay. It stopped sharing on that. Why did you quit sharing, computer? Okay. There we go. This is her in the back. And it's magnificently detailed. And it's made to reflect the light. And so she looks a little different depending on what the sky is like, depending on what the light's like. She's in the rest area there near Chamberlain, South Dakota. There's also a little museum in the rest area. So if you're in there, go ahead and make that stop so you can see this. Great place to walk. And if you look really close, you can see my van life van way back there, right here. So, gives you an idea of the distance there. Nice, large, long, big parking lot, nice place to walk. So, yeah. So I just thought I'd toss that out there. Okay. The next one is, which country am I in for this next one? You're going to be able to get this really easily, I think. I did a YouTube Shorts on this, and you can either guess US or Canada, although you can see these in either country, but I just did a YouTube Shorts on it a few days ago. And in the YouTube Shorts, he calmly comes over and just starts munching on the flowers at the side of the road, which are about 2 bear lengths. Canada! Candy the Wee Service Dog got it. Canada. Although Peter Parker, you guessed USA, you can definitely see the black bears here in the U.S. Many times. If you go to the Smoky Mountains National Park, they're out there. They love to run out in front of you on the road, but they also get into cabins and all kinds of mischief. So North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, anywhere there's mountains, you're going to have bears. But this particular time, we're in Canada. And if you all haven't seen that short, I got a little nervous personally because the bear just kind of comes out of nowhere and he just kind of saunters up, and I'm sitting there and it's a nice, pretty day and I've got the windows down, and all of a sudden there's this bear coming up. So it's like, okay, what do you do when that happens? You're sitting there, you're eating your sandwich, your car windows are down. So do you start the car knowing it might startle the bear and cause him to come over closer to you? Or do you just kind of wait and amble off? Hope he ambles off going the other way. Let me know. I just kind of waited. If you guys think that was a bad choice or a good choice, let me know. But Candy's right. She did get that. It is Canada. Yogi, Peter's going to name the bear. There we go. Hide the honey or money? Honey. Definitely hide the honey. Definitely. Yeah, that's a really good idea. All right. This next photo, I'm going to see if you guys can just guess where this is. You can give me the name of this national park. I may not even have to tell you which national park it is. My husband took this picture. We were there a while back, a couple of years ago at this point, actually. The park was cut by a river over, of course, hundreds of years. It is a large expanse. Kenny says, I believe you should make yourself look as big as possible from what park rangers have instructed us. Yeah, if you're out of the car, definitely. But this time I was in the car. So I really wasn't sure what to do. I don't know if it's a judgment call or what. Okay, Peter's saying Smoky Mountains. No, it's not the Smoky Mountains. This is a huge, massive, giant, phenomenal canyon. And it is in the western part of the U.S. It's in Arizona. It's very, very hot. One might even say it's a grand place to go visit. And it is one of the most visited national parks that we have. Number one being the Smoky Mountains by traffic, and this I think is usually the number two. The Grand Canyon. Yes, Candy the Wee Service Dog has guessed it. It is indeed the Grand Canyon. So that covers a couple of different states. And if you go, make sure you take lots of water, because that's what gets people, is because you dehydrate. It's upper in elevation and it is hot. But even if it's not a hot day, because the air's so dry, you can dehydrate without realizing it. So, yeah, Grand Canyon in Arizona. Yep. Actually takes up parts of 2 states. So, yeah, Fariana Vlogs is here. Hi, Fariana. How are you? Yes. Hello. Yay. So, all right. So, we have Peter. We have Fariana. We have Candy the Wee Service Dog. And we had Diamond Music. I think she's still here. And let's see who else. Oh, Gloria. Sorry about that, Gloria. Hi. Gloria's in here. So we have a wonderful group. Okay. Next photograph. This is something that draws tourists to one of the largest or national parks in the country. What are these dogs doing? What are these dogs doing? Okay, and Fariana says, I'm okay. Mom came down and we did lunch with the kids. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Busy Lady is here. Hi, Busy Lady. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So what are these dogs doing? And I'll take, the type of dog or lots of things. Bobsled, that is, okay, I'll take bobsled. It's actually not. It's actually, it is a sled. So I'll take that. These are working dogs up in Denali National Park, not Denali. That's the car. Denali. So Denali National Park, these are working dogs. They are indeed sled dogs. And they're not there to be just another pretty face in the park. They actually work. They break trails for other teams in the winter, and they actually haul out brush. Hundreds and thousands of pounds of brush is what these dogs pull out of the park each year for cleaning off trails and so forth, just brush and debris and that sort of thing. So the national park actually uses these dogs. So it's really neat. The things you learn when you're traveling, So yeah, I'll definitely take sled. Candy says preparing for the Iditarod. Actually, I would have taken that. These dogs actually don't do the Iditarod because they work all year. And in the summer, they use them for programs and they do a demonstration of how they hitch up the dogs and, how the dogs actually pull, and they have a loop there. And I got to tell you, those dogs are fast. They're quick. Let's see. Oh, Busy Lady says she's on the phone and can't tell. Okay, we'll take that, Busy. And Fariana says, cool. Yep. All right, I got a couple of more for you. Okay, what is the name of this geyser? I know y'all will name it.
Oh, wow.
What is the name of it?
Yellowstone National Park.
I don't know if the sound comes through or not.
2009.
This is an older video that I took. If the sound comes through, then you just got the name of it. Old Faithful is right. Old Faithful. And you know what's funny, but also kind of sad, is when we were there, see, they have this range of times that they put on a sign, and or at least they did then, and it's like it'll go off sometime between this time and that time. Well, it was late, and one of the ladies was actually giving the rangers a hard time because Old Faithful was going off, I don't know, around 5 minutes, 7 minutes late. And it was like she expected the rangers to be able to control a naturally occurring geyser. And I was like, oh my goodness, because things that are natural and wild, I mean, rangers can't control it. Of course, I was just very, very surprised that she would even think about fussing at a ranger for that. So yeah, Old Faithful it is. Old Faithful. You guys both got it right. Peter and Fariana both got it right. So good for you all. Yeah, I'm with you, Peter Parker. I was just flabbergasted. Totally out of the park ranger's control, and if it never erupted again, they wouldn't be able to control that either. So yeah, but it was pretty cool. It was magnificent. All right, next one, we're going to go back to history. Okay, going back to the Civil War era, the Battle of Shiloh. Shiloh Battlefield, Shiloh National Military Park, Tennessee and Mississippi. What was the battlefield named for? Was it named for a creek, a mountain, or a church? Shiloh Battlefield. Creek, mountain, or church? Which will it be? Creek, mountain, or church? Peter says church. I may have mentioned this in another video. Andy says church. All right. Gloria says church. You all got it. Good for you all. Fariana says creek. No, that's a good guess. But it's actually really is named for a church, Methodist church, if you want to get picky about it. But here is a replicated church building. There is actually a congregation that meets in the much newer structure right next to this, kind of on the, you can't see it, but it's right next to this one. You can see it beyond the fence there. And they still meet there. And let me see if I can get this. This is the outside of it. Let me see if I can get this to come in. This is the inside of the church building. So that is the church where the Shiloh battle took its name. And it took its name because of the whole battle was going on all around the church. Now, this is a replica, but they said the other church buildings, actually, you could see the holes where some of the mini balls, some of the bullets actually hit the church. So, yeah, good for you all for knowing that. Like, nobody ever does. That, and like, I got into a little private message disagreement today on my previous video, which you all may have seen. It was on the Wright brothers, and the Wright brothers did not take off from Kitty Hawk. They did not. I don't know if you all know that or not, but I got into a little Facebook disagreement with a dear long-term friend of mine, and she was like, Gail. And I'm like, yeah. They did take off nearby, but they took off in Kill Devil Hills. And what I found was interesting about the trip, and you guys can go watch the video, but something that I thought was really interesting, it's a little bit of trivia that I didn't mention in the video much, is that Kill Devil Hill was the name of the hill where they flew the gliders on, and there was a grassy area where they took off with the motorized plane. That's about 15 miles out from Kitty Hawk. And so what happened was they made multiple trips down to the Outer Banks to this area. And Kitty Hawk was the nearest town. So after they flew away, or did their flight, I can't say they flew away. After they did their flight, they then had to turn around and walk to Kitty Hawk. So I thought that was interesting. The flight was only like a minute and 20 seconds, and it was actually totaled that day. Survived several flights, but the wind suddenly kicked up and it blew the airplane. So the airplane never got to fly again other than the initial liftoff, which is kind of sad, but that's just kind of the way things happen sometimes. But, you know, I was sitting there, I heard that story, and I was like, isn't that ironic that they just did this first flight and then they had to walk to town? I kind of felt a little bad for them. Yes, I do know they grew up in Dayton. I do. And there's, you know, they have this, the displays, and one of the things that was on the displays was this wall-sized information about it, and that's where they talked about them having lived in Dayton, Ohio. All right, now I have another question for you. The National Museum of the United States Air Force. Phenomenal place to go visit. It is free if you're looking for free things, but what they do, or at least what they did to us, is there's no charge to get in, but if you would like a souvenir map so you know where you're going in the facility, the maps are $5. So I thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, National Museum of the United States Air Force. What state is this in? Is it Ohio, Mississippi, or is it in Washington, D.C.? Ohio, Mississippi, or Washington, D.C. Now, Washington, of course, is its own thing, but so don't nail me too much on that. But which state or district is it in? Oh, Candy says it's been hot and sunny for the last 5 days. That is cool. Fariana says she's never been to any military museum. Okay. And Candy is right. She says it's in Ohio, and yes, indeed, it is in Ohio. Peter, they have the Smithsonian in DC, and that is also a phenomenal place to visit, and it's also free. They don't even hit you up for a donation for the map. Many buildings there, many buildings. But this one, the National Air Force Museum, is in Ohio. Marianne, if you ever get the chance to go and your kids are into science or math or just like airplanes, they'll have a great time. And they also have an Air Force One. Well, they also have a plane that's used as Air Force One. Technically, unless the president is on the plane, it's not Air Force One. But they do have that type of plane. If the president was on it, it would be Air Force One. It's really, really cool. Really cool. So, okay, that's what I've got for you all this week. So, congratulations on all the right answers. That is pretty cool. Candy says her state rocks. I will pretty much agree with you. I will. Busy lady, we're all doing good. And y'all, Diamond Music that was in here earlier, she is graduating. So we had some good news tonight. Okay, Peter, thanks for coming in tonight. I hope you had a good time. I'm glad, rather, that you had a good time. I hope you did. And he says, have fun, and he'll see us next week. So thanks, Peter. We will see you. Fariana says, Michael loves airplanes. He would like that. It's a phenomenal place. Like I said, it's free, but be prepared to do a lot of walking. Like we could have spent all day there because there's so many things to see and do. And they have, of course, they've got, what is it with every place has an IMAX if it's a museum, I think. So they had the IMAX. They have different things that you can walk in and experience. I hesitate to call them rides, but I guess that's what they are. Where it feels like you're in an airplane, but you're in a theater. Or it feels like you're in a space shuttle, but you're in a theater. Just phenomenal stuff. And it's inside the building and outside the building. And of course, when we went, it was raining. Every time we go someplace really fabulous for the first time, it rains. Kind of like the Wright Brothers video we just did. It was cold, wet, rainy, but still fun. You know, you're in Outer Banks and it's the beach. How are you going to have a bad time? Yeah. But yeah, if you ever get the chance to go, you're not going to regret it. Busy says she's glad. Good. Woo! On the 12th. Those just sound like they're going to hurt to me. Okay. Busy lady wants one. Don't want to spend money as we are saving for a house. Good for you. You can always get one later. Get the house. When you do, I'll have to take a road trip to come see you. Makes sense, Busy. Save your money. Yeah. That'll be fun. Now, you'll have to get unpacking tips from Candy. Because she has packed and unpacked this year. Yes, we will. You know, I didn't get to go see as much of Michigan as I would have liked to. So I'd be totally up for that. Yeah, it looks like a fun state. I'd like to do what do they call it? The circle tour where you go around and you see the lighthouses there in Michigan. I think that would be really cool. Not as cool though as seeing you. Just saying, oh, I'd like to meet all my friends. Sure. Sure, she'll need decor tips. Oh, you'll have lots and lots of ideas. It is pretty. You'd like to do that too. Well, maybe instead of coming up, um, we could just do like this road trip together or something. Put both families together. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, and I did have one other trivia thing. I'm just going to go ahead and toss this out. Just because it's one of my favorite places to go. All right. This is Cadillac Ranch. Can anybody guess what state Cadillac Ranch is in? It's either going to be Texas, Arizona, or Louisiana. And if you see the movie Cars, one of those opening sequences has a clip that they've done of the cars, and that's Cadillac Ranch. And this is one of the stops that I really enjoy. Fariana says, no, that's her front yard. Okay. Busy's guessing Louisiana. No. No. Nope, not Louisiana. It's actually in Texas. Right outside of Amarillo. And when I say right outside, if you're coming from the east, you're going on I-40 and you see the sign for Amarillo and you best get ready to exit because it is right there. So it's in Texas. And one of the things that I like about it, I will just tell you, I feel like a juvenile delinquent every time I go because you spray paint the cars. And oftentimes you don't have to take spray paint with you. I found out after I took like 3 cans of spray paint with me the first time. I found out that you usually don't have to because usually there are lots of different cans over by the dumpsters or just kind of scattered around. They had cleaned up on this day, but there's still a couple of cans out there. And as we were coming in, somebody asked us, would you like to spray paint a car? And I'm like, sure. And I take the can, and my husband's going, no, we don't want to paint it all. Really? Of course we do. We take this road trip. It's on Route 66. So I was like, who wouldn't want to paint a car? It's like finally you can get by with tagging something and not have to worry about being put in jail, right? But I don't know. He's a party pooper sometimes. But Therian, I love that that's your front yard. I totally get that. And let's see. You should visit Indian Mound Park here in Ohio. It's a nationally protected ancient burial ground shaped like a serpent that the Hopi Indians built. We've been there several times. Oh, no, that's cool. That is cool. I will definitely put that on my list. I love places like that because you actually get to learn. Busy sticking her tongue out. All right, girl. But no, it is. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I like it because I can just kind of feel like I ought to be getting in trouble, but it's legal and I'm not getting in trouble. So yeah. What can I say? Fariana says, yeah, I got All the yard good decor skills. There you go. Of course, you're in the South, right? So you're going to have to put a still in your front yard. Isn't that one of those things that people do sometimes? Put the worm out? I shouldn't say that. That's probably an East Tennessee thing. So, yeah, thank you. Definitely. So, all right. Well, I want to thank you all for. I've never seen you put LOL in caps before. That's funny. Busy wants an above ground pool. Oh, that would be wonderful. I hope you get one. Candy says it's in Adams County. It's actually called Serpent Mound Park. I'm writing that down. Cool. I'm going to have to look that up. Adams County, okay. So definitely have to look that up. But I love places like that because they're like so unique. I would rather go to an Indian mound or a dinosaur dig or someplace like that rather than go to like Walt Disney World or something just because I get more out of it. Except there is a section of Walt Disney World that I really like, and it's in Epcot, and it's called Behind the Seeds, and it is extremely educational. And it's all about how they're growing plants in water and how they use fish to fertilize the plants as they swim in the water. So, yeah, totally crazy. Woo! That's exciting. And ciao again, Gloria. Are you leaving or saying hi to Busy Lady? And Busy says, guys, wish me luck on a job I'm trying to get next week. Well, good luck. It's a supervisor position. Okay. Good luck getting that because you've worked hard. Is it the same company where you had to learn all that ISO stuff? Because you've worked really, really hard, and I hope you get it. And let's see, Candy says it is free, but you do have to pay state park parking. Okay. That's all right. Can do that. Okay, she's saying hi. Okay. But how soon will you know whether or not you got the job? Is it one of those things where you think they'll tell you really quickly? Okay, yes, she is. She's finishing up. Okay. Thank you, Gail Crabtree. Yes, same. I am finishing up a supervisor certification, and there's an open position. Nice. Nice. All the more reason for them to put you in that position. It's roped off because no one is allowed to walk on it. That makes sense. We went to a site in North Georgia, and it dates back Paleo period, maybe. I'll have to go back and look it up. But they have it roped off, and they have a static display so you can see what they think it might have been like when people were living there. It's in a cave, Russell Cave. So, yeah, the things you learn when you take road trips, right? By Friday. Interviews are Wednesday to Friday. Okay. So it doesn't sound like they're going to keep you hanging for long. That's good. That's real good. Oh, yeah. You've got my ultimate awe, basically, for passing that stuff. It was so hard. Like I said, I told you I had to write some articles on it, and I had to do this was going back to when I was writing articles. But I had to do a lot of research just to be able to understand what I was writing about. And it was super technical. So like I was like calling people, I was like in tears, crying, trying to understand this so I could even write the articles. And I was like, I contacted my editor and I'm like, well, look, I don't think I can do this. And he's like, I assigned it to you for a reason. Don't disappoint me and all this stuff. But yeah, I'm just, my, yeah, speechless on that one. You go, girl. They've got lots of reasons to keep you if you can understand that stuff. Woo! Yeah. They came back. I wound up having to write 5 of them by the time I was done. 5. It was insane. So if they came to me for multiple articles on this subject because they had trouble finding people who could learn enough about it to write the articles, and these were basic stuff. You know, this was not complicated articles, but the material that I had to go through, I mean, like it was just general information. But the material that I had to go through to learn it, to write those general information articles was like insane. So that's not like the depth that you had to go through. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes. So it's totally crazy. You know, I love sites like that. And they're doing a ancient Native American site in Chattanooga. And I am so stoked. Hopefully they'll actually be able to put a museum and stuff on the site, but it's Moccasin Bend. And part of the history of that is that it goes back continual human occupation for like 8,000, 10,000 years. So, and they have mounds. So interesting. Yeah, no, they didn't. I totally put in way more hours than I would ever have gotten. Yeah, no. But I mean, it works out. I kept writing for a different segment of the company that wanted articles that were much easier. So in that respect, it worked out, but I would never ever do it again. So yeah, my hat is off to you because that was like some of the most difficult things I've ever done. So yeah. All right. Give me some feedback if you guys don't mind over on Facebook. Send me some PMs. Let me know. Do you like the Saturday trivia or do you want to go back to just talking about whatever? Let me know kind of what you want and what you like because I do these Saturday live streams for you all. So your feedback is great. So just leave that over in the group. Now, sorry Stellar couldn't be here today. She is out of town, out having a magnificent time. And I'm not going to say too much about it. She's got some things on her Facebook page, but I'm really hoping she'll fill us in on all the juicy details when she gets back. All right. Okay, hubby's making tacos. Well, you enjoy dinner. I want to thank you all for coming out. And don't forget, always, hashtag be bodacious. Don't let life get in the way of living, okay? You all take care, and I hope you have a great week. And Candy the Wee Service Dog, thank you for your super chat. I totally appreciate that. Thank you. Y'all take care. Okay, good night.